Our coffee today is a decaf, Ethiopian Ardi from Helioroast Coffee. And as a decaf, you may think, oh gee, that's not very strong coffee. But there's a lot to learn about decaf. We probably all think of decaf in a way that is old, and we may need to refresh our thinking about decaf. The first old idea is the taste we enjoy in coffee is not caffeine. The caffeine itself is tasteless. And so where does this flavor come from? One, it's the origin of the bean. We see Sumatra, Ethiopia, Latin America, different flavors. Then the way people either wash them or dry them in the sun, those processing elements contribute to the taste. And finally, at the roaster, do you want it dark, light, medium? Each of these characteristics bring in the flavor that you experience in your cup. The caffeine itself is tasteless. At least in my generation, we all grew up tasting Sanka as maybe the first caffeine-free coffee, and it was terrible. And the way they used to decaf coffee is they get the beans and then they put in petroleum products that extract the caffeine and a lot of the flavor. But there's a game changer, and it's the Swiss water process that was developed in the 30s in Switzerland, but now has been patented and trademarked in an industrial scale out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. These huge vats are filled with water, coffee beans, and charcoal that filters water through the beans again and again. And the concentrate that comes off of the beans is recycled. This clip identifies it. The green coffee comes into a pre-cleaning process, and then they are dropped into these columns of coffee in which water is then produced to soak that tank. And what comes out of that is that the bean itself expands, and there's some things that are taken out of it. The resulting liquids are put into a green coffee extract tank, and those are then recirculated through the beans again and again. The green coffee extract becomes the flavor-bearing liquid that then is put back into the coffee later on. And each time they go through this process, they have a reduced amount of caffeine in them. This process takes about 10 hours, by the way. So now it's time to take our taste challenge, and we're going to use Helioroast Ethiopian Ardi beans, and we'll do a taste of decaf coffee just the way we do it with caffeinated coffee. So here is our coffee tasting tabulation, and we have our Ardi Decaf. So let's go through the process of building an image off of the flavors and the feeling that we have with this coffee. First, the aroma, and the aroma intensity is less. I'm going to put it well down. I would say earthy. This is not as floral. I would say it's earthy, but it's not as strong and overwhelming as I feel with the caffeinated blends that I've been testing. In the mouth, the body is actually medium. I would say that's correct. It's not light, and its acidity is a little bit higher. Surprising to me. The texture is, I would say it's velvet, in that it's in the middle of the mouth and it's soft. And it's not filling all of it, but it's very strong in the middle of the mouth. And the flavors I'm getting, definitely the citrus. I'm not getting chocolate. I'm almost getting a smoky, citrus and smoky. It's a full taste. it's it's a strong coffee, um, and it's filling my mouth with flavor. And that is not what I would expect from a decaf, but that is what I'm getting from the Helioroast Ardi. And the finish, I think it's a little dry and my tongue is puckering a little bit. I wouldn't say it's sweet. I'd say it's clean. And I think it lasts a medium length. It's not overwhelming hours later, but it is. I know I've had a cup of coffee, but it's not this, I still feel like I'm drinking it sensation. So I did a espresso and a medium dark roast. This is a Full City Plus. So let's create our image prompt. So with all of the taste, flavor characteristics that we've put in, I now have a image I can crop into a thumbnail for the video.